The Tale of Nottingswood by J.R. Young. Narrated by the author. Prologue. This is a story unlike any other, about a humdumly sister and hohumly brother who shared a small house throughout every season and lived out their lives of strict rule and reason. There was no heart, for there was no love, no visions of hell or heaven above, and childhood dreams carried on through the years could not be remembered in spite of their fears that all was not well in Nottingswood, where no man stands, where no man should. Until one day. The Tale of Nottingswood, Part 1. A cry was heard throughout the town, where old men fight the up and down of aged bones, the cankerous sort, who drown their pain in pints of port. The cry wasn't sharp, but shrill to the ear. 'Twas not the least pleasant for mankind to hear, but it caught the attention of the brother and sister, that they set about town to find and to dister the thing that was crying so loud and so shrill. Then they spotted the source at the top of the hill. At the top of the hill at the centre of town, right there on Main Street, the sun would shine down all for 2 hours only, and that was at best, while the town stayed inside at the judge's behest. "Stay out of the light!" Now that was her order, and brother and sister had never ignored her. But when the clock struck midday, this wailing did sound, and this tale is about the thing that they found. And what did they find? Just a worn leather basket, containing what seemed like a young baby's casket, but it wasn't a casket, just a box after all. Still, there was something amiss about this object so small, though not small at all, for its size was deceiving, and the creature inside was still happily breathing. Yet breathing, I fear, is not the right word for a cry so loud it was outright absurd. The brother and sister looked on it quite curious. It wasn't upset or bewildered or furious, just simply awash in a fit of conniption, and around its neck there hung an inscription. The brother bent down to read it aloud, his voice barely heard by the gathering crowd. "Now what does it say?" sister cried. "Please do tell." But her attention averted when her nose caught the smell of a gathering stench, but she cried just the same. "Brother, I beg you, please tell us its name." The brother stared dumbly, his brow quite perplexed, as he pondered the plate that carried the text. "It's no name at all, but simply instruction. Change me, I'm soiled." A simple injunction. What unusual timing, and how could this be? The inscription was read at 1/4 tea, when all were ensconced in their own occupation, no time for each other or chance jubilation. 1/4 tea, this is highly unlikely. To be away from our work, the judge won't take this lightly. We should be to our thinking, not wandering about. The crying must stop. We must figure this out. But what did they know of babies and changing? For all that they knew, someone was just rearranging their home for the evening, and who would have guessed that they threw out their baby along with this chest, though it wasn't a chest, just a small baby casket, and just the right size to fit in the basket that brother and sister found atop of the hill, and the siren it made had them all standing still. The creature looked small, much smaller than normal. From its toe to its top it was nothing quite formal. Twists of fine hair coiffed its head like a crown, its locks weaving over a brilliant white gown. But the cry was as loud and as clear as the day. "Oh, won't you be quiet? Won't you please go away?" So, on with his glove, brother reached out his hand to attend to this creature from a near distant land. With the napkin removed, the creature abated the ear-piercing cry that everyone hated, that took them away from their rules and their reason, and rudely disturbed a calm, quiet season. But what to do now? The pair set at wonder. It was all left up to this sister and brother, for no one would touch it. This thing in a basket. Where's it belong? "Well, why don't you ask it?" The voice was a voice from a man in the crowd, who said it quite abruptly and said it quite loud. "Listen, you two, return to your post. You both have the job we all value the most." You see, this pair of twins from sun-up to sundown guarded the thoroughfare that led out of town to places unknown outside of the wall that surrounded the town and was 100 feet tall. Some 12 years ago the judge ordered it built. With rod, stone, and sweat it was built to the hilt, and never a foot has ventured outside. They deemed it too risky, found it safer to hide.
"But hide from what? Are there giants or creatures with sharp, angry claws and unworldly features?
Or fires and Sample complete. Ready to continue?